Alrighty, hello there, world. This is me. I'm actually gold, not red. But my video got all messed up, so I thought it'd be interesting to see it from another perspective. So I sent out Saitara, and I go for the superpower, just knowing it would be awesome. And it does fairly well against a flying type, so I was excited. So my attack defense falls, so I withdraw. I go into my Latara, my Latios, and then I'm like, oh. So he uses Flare Blitz. I'm not really scared. It's Flare Blitz. I'm like, how you just hurt yourself some more. So it made me feel good. So I go out. I was thinking about Thunderbolt, but I went out into Draco Meteor anyway, just because it's cool looking. So I get that out. It does a pretty decent chunk as time goes on and on. So yeah. So my special attack falls. And right after that, Draco Meteor again. Just because I don't want to risk it. And Dragon moves Pwn. So I kill the Vaporeon. Another special attack falling. Harshly. He sends out a Shuckle. I hate Shuckle. I withdraw, I go out into my Soar, which owns everything. I mean, look at him. Uses Acupressure. You go for the Seeds. Seeds. Uses Acupressure again. His accuracy sharply rises. I get health from the seeds. Doesn't really do anything since I'm full, but it's nice to have him on there. So he sends out his Charizard. I go for Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb, which kills because it wins. So his Charizard faints. After that, he pulls out his Lantern. I'm like, okay. So I use Energy Ball, which does a fairly good amount of damage, as we see. He uses Confuse Ray. I'm like, oh no, I'm confused. But it doesn't really do anything to me, as you'll see. But I was really nervous almost the entire time. So I seed him, just in case I hurt myself. So he uses Discharge. I'm like, okay. And it does hardly anything. So my Black Sludge heals me a bit. His leftovers heal him. And I get more health from the seeds. So through that, he loses. I gain. It's a win for me. So he sends out Shuckle. I'm confused. I use Sludge Bomb because I want to poison it. Because I hate it. I know it's not very effective, but I still go for it. I hurt myself. This is like the one time I do. Which is alright. He uses Acupressure. Ooh. The evasiveness actually gets me, I think, a few times, but I'm not sure. So I'm confused. I go for the Leech Seed. I love my seeds. Uses Acupressure. His special defense sharply rises. And basically, I get my health from the seeds. I snap out of confusion, which is nice. So I use the Sludge Bomb, hit him. He gets poisoned, which I'm like, yay! And he uses Acupressure again and again. So I get him down with some seeds. He gets hurt by poison, which is like, yay. So I use Energy Ball, but it misses. It misses. So he goes into rest. He slept and became healthy, which I hate Shuckle, just for you to know. I mean, look at him. What is that? So I use the Energy Ball while he's asleep. So now I know how much it actually does. So then I get the seeds, use Energy Ball, which misses. See the evasiveness getting me. And some good old seeds. Then I use Sludge Bomb. Misses again. He wakes up. Acupressure. And this is all fun. Isn't it fun to watch? It's fun for me to narrate. So you Sludge Bomb. Take him down to the ground. Not really. He uses Rest again. Isn't Shuckle like the best Pokemon ever to do stuff with? So I'm here again. Waiting. So I withdraw. I go out to my Explotaro! And I'm like, I'm amazing. It's just like my Typhlosion. Just look at him. And he goes out into Lantern, and I'm like, Eruption! All over his entire body. And like, and it's a crit. Isn't that beautiful? So he dies. So he goes out into his Feraligatr. I'm like, oh, dang. So I withdraw. So I go out to my Soar again and use his Dragon Dance. I didn't realize how big of a deal that Dragon Dance will be later on. So he uses Ice Punch. I'm like, oh, I didn't know he had Ice Punch. So here we go. Down goes my health. So I seed him. Just for fun. Because I'll get health that way. And then I get my nice old Black Sludge. He uses Ice Punch again. I'm probably going to die, so I wasn't really scared. But surprisingly, I do die. So, I faint. So I send out my Latios, because I'm like, Latios, she's very pretty. Uses Ice Punch, which I totally forgot about. But I end up fainting, which was very sad. So I send out my Vui, my good old Umbreon, which, would be good and old if my Toxic didn't mix. Like, it would have been so helpful if my Toxic worked. But he uses Waterfall. I'm like, oh no. So it does a good, decent deal of damage, which ends up flinching me. But I get the health from the seeds, which I'm like, okay, but I probably can't live that again. And me flinching doesn't help anyone. So he uses Waterfall again. I'm all sad. And I'm pretty sure I think I go for Wish, but doesn't even help me. Yeah, I use Wish. So I'm like, okay, and then I get the seeds. Seeds. And it's just very saddening after this. So he uses Waterfall again. Ooh, let's use the same move over and over. Doesn't it look nice? In the background. And it's a crit, which is like totally overkill. You don't need that. You don't need that at all. So I send out my Explodo because I have Hidden Power Grass. And I'm Choice Scarfed, I think. And which doesn't even help me because 2 Dragon Dances. I hate Dragon Dance. So I send out my Scizor, and he uses Waterfall. I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. You can use that Waterfall. My Scizor is amazing. So, goes down, I use Superpower. I'm all like, you are gonna die, son. And he does. Because my Pokemon love me. So, I get down a little bit. He goes on to his Shuckle. Superpower again, just because Superpower. It does very well. So, still got a Shuckle. And I use Superpower again, hoping that it would kill him. But it doesn't. And he's going to wake up. And he's going to use Rest again. So it basically goes from here to nothing. Because he likes to wake up as soon as I'm about to kill him. And he likes to sleep again. I mean, what's the point of sleeping if you're just going to wake up? And what's the point of waking up if you're just going to sleep again? So I send out my Gautara, my beautiful. And I'm basically like, okay, you get the Focus Blast off, everything will be good. So I get the Focus Blast, and it's like, doo, boop. And the Shuckle wakes up. Uses Acupressure. I'm like, alright. So I use Focus Blast, which misses. I get sad. So it rests again. So resting. I use the Focus Blast again. Which hits it. Does a nice damage. He's sleeping. I keep on Focus Blasting till I'm getting it to a very decent amount of death rate. So I use it. And that's when I sweet talked my Gautara. I'm like, okay, if you get a crit, it's all gonna be good. And she did, so I love her. So he uses Smeargle, which knows nothing but to just sit there and Spore. So I'm asleep. But I didn't know that at the time, so I was kind of worried, so I didn't want to switch out into my Scizor. So I'm asleep. He subs. He uses Spore, even though I'm already asleep. I'm asleep. He uses Baton Pass, but there's nothing to use it with. So I wake up, I use Psychic. Psh, bye-bye, sub. And this is just going to go on forever. And no, I'm not going to do that. So basically, this is Lazybones. And remember, I'm gold. I'm the one who wins. Just due to a video malfunction, I had to use it the other way. And I'm pretty sure the sprites just look a lot cooler when you look at them. So, I'd like to say that it was a good match. you guys can continue to watch. You can just add comments to just tell me about yourselves. Um, Being the internet, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of exciting people out there. So remember, play Pokemon, watch Pokemon, and buy Pokemon. Because the new games, Pokemon Black and Pokemon Gold, are coming out soon. So, yeah, white. Gold's already been out, but we can forget about all that. Gold's good enough to come out again, in my opinion. But, alrighty. See you later. Bye.